We're good, Jits. We're back with another video. And we're streaming again! Yeah! Man. Hey, if you watch that last video, it's been that's a video, ain't it? Ain't it? And the other one before that too, because there's two. And now here's the third one. How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And if I never see you again, I'll see you when I see you. But today we're here, and the goal, what we talking about, right, is we got a book, all right? Desmond Cole, Ghost Patrol. Yeah. And look, I'm going to tell you this. This ain't even been on this account yet, but my other YouTube channel, PVO The Trail, if you want to go find that motherfucker. There's a video where I went on an adventure. I found this motherfucker. I got it. This is a book that I read as a kid, and now here we are. We not finna finish it, but we definitely finna read you a couple more pages, and then after, we gonna get up, and I'm gonna go fucking, and then look, my book, my bookmark is a business card for somebody that I'm going to go see very important very soon. But right now we're on chapter 4. All right, we already started, and if you saw, you saw. If not, it's a short book, no bullshit. So honestly, maybe when we finish it, we may just fly through the whole thing for you. In it, maybe we'll see, right? For the kids. Now, so chapter 4 is cheddar cheese fish fries. Right? You ready? Say less. All right, so Desmond came by my house that night, and he looked really scared. Why is Desmond scared? Now, I'm going to tell you a little backstory on Desmond. So this book, so there's Andres and there's Desmond. Andres likes bikes. Desmond likes ghosts and spirits, okay? You take that and you just throw it in your back pocket for right now, because you don't know much about the story unless you do, right? So Desmond came to my house that night and he looked scared. Why you scared, Desmond? Please help me, Andres, he said. There was a cooking experiment at my house tonight. What's a cooking experiment? I asked. What's a cooking experiment? What do you mean by that? Desmond shivered. That's when my parents use all of our leftovers to make a new meal. They are making cheddar cheese fish fries with a marshmallow dipping sauce. Sound gas, don't it? No. My family was just having homemade chicken nuggets, corn on the cob, and salad for dinner. All of a sudden, it totally sounded like the best dinner in the world, because the combinations, you put it all together, chicken nuggets, corn, and salad. Okay, no, you did. But maybe, right? Maybe. Never know until you try. I could see that Desmond was in trouble. Why you in trouble? I invited him inside, and we walked to the kitchen. Mom, hold up. Mom, can Desmond eat with us tonight? We walk in, now we sit down, we talking to Mama. Ma, can Desmond stay here tonight? Can he eat in with us today? You know? She was washing her hands in the kitchen sink. Okay, as long as you kids set the table. You gotta set the table. You gotta prepare the table, right? Desmond sniffed the air and smiled. That's a small price to pay for saving my stomach and my life. Mom and I laughed. As we grabbed the plates, Dad came into the kitchen from the basement. Is there something wrong with the water heater? Mom asked him. The water ain't getting hot. Oh yeah, I said. I had the same problem when I took my shower. Let me tell you, cold showers are not fun. From experience, I don't prefer a cold shower. Let me tell you, okay, so yeah, Dad nodded, right? Yeah, it's acting up. I could fix it, but some of my tools are missing, right? They must have been in the boxes that we haven't unpacked. And this is also a real life, almost, you know? Desmond and I looked at each other. We didn't say a word, but we knew we were thinking the same thing. We were thinking the same thing. Zach's. Now, Zach, I'm gonna say this right now because that name/word. There's a place out here near me that's a family-owned restaurant called Zach. Look it up. They have great food. It's halal, family-owned, and they're across the street from my high school, my old high school. I love them. I'm gonna go because they got some great fucking food. Desmond changed the subject. How good was the bike park? Question mark. Good, I said. And I wanted to tell him about it, but not in front of my parents. The whole thing was too weird. So instead I said, you should come next time, right? It's scary fun. It's scary fun if you catch my drift. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? Desmond's eyes lit up. For real? For real? I nodded. And we finished setting the table. Then I grabbed Desmond and we went to the garage. We went into the garage and I filled him in on the strange way my bike acted on the track. Because once again, if you know the story before, my boy Andres, that boy went on a bike track. He went on this big ass jump in the air. Guess what? His bike stayed on the ground. He flew in the air. Another thing, if you watch the last video that I posted, I tell you the story about how my bike stayed where it was at and I flew in there. He inspected my bike closely. Was it only your bike that went wild? Nope. I told him everyone's bike did. We all went down the same path for the most part, right? Desmond's eyes sparkled with excitement. Let's go check it out tomorrow. Let's go look at it. Let's go see where's this spot you're talking, this track, this jump, right? He said, but first let's eat because I'm starving. I'm hungry. Before we leave, let's eat. Now, we're gonna read the first page, all right? Because this is chapter 5 now. Kerrsville Elementary School, right? The next day, I rode my bike to Kerrsville Elementary. How do I describe this school, you may ask? For starters, a long time ago, long time ago, it was a mansion where the founder of the town lived. Then it was a hospital. Finally, it became a school. We're gonna read you one more actually. But it didn't fit. Fuck it. We going. But it still didn't feel like a school. Some of the classrooms used to be bedrooms, and the cafeteria used to be the ballroom in the mansion, right? It had round tables and creaky old chairs. Plus, it had chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. Who puts a fancy crystal light in a school? I don't know. Ask God. The gym used to be the mansion's barn. You could still smell the horse stalls, which meant the gym smelled P.U. Gross. P.U. You stink, nigga. Yuck. The first time I went to school, I was too scared to get out of the car. No. Oh, no bullshit. And that's getting cut out of that. Actually, yeah. Because, yeah, even when I was a kid, being a kid and going to, like, pre-K elementary school, I didn't want to leave. Mom, what you mean you dropping me off at this school with people that I don't know, and now I'm not gonna see you for hours? What you mean? No, I'm crying every time, every single time, every time. No, I'm not letting you go. I don't want to go. I won't go home with you. But I had to get out of the car, man. My parents had to practically carry me inside. That's a big word. Practically carry me. They had to drag me out of the car and set me down in the school, in my desk, and then run out. I don't think it's totally scary anymore, though. It's just a little creepy. That's all. There had to be ghosts in that building. But this story is about bikes. ... Kind of. Desmond was waiting for me at the bike track. Were there any of these bikes at the park yesterday? Were there any of these? Because now you got some new people, right? New people, new bikes, new territory. Most of the bikes weren't the same kind you'd ride at the track anyways. Some had curved handlebars, so technically think about it, if you know. Mountain bikes. There's mountain bikes, there's BMX bikes, there's little tricycles, there's, all types of things, They not built to be here, but they here. None of my business, but hey, we here. Let's thug it out, have fun, right? Some had curved handlebars and some had tassels. Tassels and tassels and baskets. So if you don't even know what that is, for the gender specific wise aspect of it, the tassels are literally just so think of a bicycle, right? You're looking at a bike, right? There's a basket in the front to hold all your little stuff, right? Gender specific, they say for girls only, but they're everywhere. Anybody can use a basket. And a tassel is literally so the handlebars, right? What you hold, at the end of it, on the grip, there's like strings. There'll be a bunch of like strings. So think of like this, right? This is the handlebar, right? This is the handlebar. And then you look at the string right here. Boom. There's a whole bunch of like different colors. Now, normally back then, it was only on girl bikes, so you'd only get it in pink and white. So any girl bike you see is pink and white, purple and white, something like that. That's a tassel for the most part. And now that you think about it, you graduate too. Is that the same thing? That might be tassel or talent. I don't know. One of the two. When you graduate, you flip it to the other side, or the thing that everybody, why is this thing dangling in my face? That thing. Yep, that's exactly what that is. And just know now, now you know also, it ain't gender specific. Because you had it as a kid, and guess what? You graduated high school or college, or even middle school, and they gave you a cap and gown. You wore it again. And everybody wore it. But honestly, yeah, wait, because I gotta find my spot again. Oh, okay. Some had tassels and baskets, and a few had training wheels. So now it's like, okay, excuse me. You look at every bike that's there, right? Cause now this is where we're gonna, cause now we're, right? Cause I kind of saw a little of where, cause I can, but so with this, it's like, okay, the fact that now, from the beginning of the story until now where we are currently, right? Andreas and Desmond are in two completely different worlds for the most part, right? Andreas likes to ride bikes. Desmond likes spirits and ghosts, right? They both like food, but they both like two completely different things. Now, Desmond, some came, hey, I can't be there right now. They making some food that I don't, I won't eat that stuff. I won't eat that. Andreas, can I stay with y'all? And also keep in mind, Andreas, not Andreas. Andreas. Dre, Andreas, nigga, roll that R. It's Hispanic, right? Andreas likes bikes. He went on his own adventure too. Now, before Desmond, his adventures were he in his garage in his house. He just go there and he'll talk to his ghost friends. And I think Andreas has one too, now that I think about it. Yeah. Yeah, No, Desmond wait, no. 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 Wait, what? What? 1 second. You see? Yeah, cause the whole no. Oh wait. Oh. Okay, all right. Okay, got it. Okay, all right. Okay, so Andreas, right? He likes bikes, right? Desmond likes ghosts, but they both have imaginary friends because that name Zax that we said, that is, that's Andreas's imaginary friend or his ghost friend that he because I like ghosts, he said. What do ghosts have to do with bikes? I wonder. That's Desmond talking to Andreas. But then, because there's right now in the story, Andreas asked Zax for a tool. He asked him for a tool, and then Zax walked through the wall, and the tool fell. And Zax is like, "Oh, I'm my bad. I forgot. Objects can't go through walls, but I can." Literally, that was when. Okay, so look, Desmond reading my mind, ghosts and ride bikes. He said it was something. He said it was like something everybody in the world already knew, right? Let's just start from square one and go back. What do you think? I asked. A bike? Desmond said flatly. I guess it's cool. It's cooler than cool, I said. Andreas. Wanna go riding? Andreas to Desmond, right? Desmond, I don't do bikes. Me, Andreas, I'm shocked. Why not? Desmond, because I like ghosts, he said. Andreas, what do ghosts have to do with bikes, I wondered. This is just in my brain. I probably didn't even, didn't ask. Desmond, Desmond must have been reading my mind. Desmond must have been reading my mind. Then Desmond goes out loud, ghosts don't ride bikes. Out loud. Because I didn't say, what do ghosts gotta do? That was just, brush it off. But now Desmond, ghosts don't even ride bikes, my boy. So it's like, you also gotta think about, hey, how you know I said that and I didn't even say that? God did. Hello. Right? Ghosts don't ride bikes, he said. Like it was something everybody in the world already knew except for me. Because I'm sitting here wondering, what do ghosts got to do with bikes? And Desmond's like, bro, they don't ride bikes. So don't, you know? Clearly everybody knew that, but I'm sitting here, what's, you know? Kind of puzzled, you know? But then Zax floated through the wall. He's a ghost. So it's not weird that he floated through the wall because he's a ghost. And we know this because this is common sense. We know this, right? Andres, I need a ratchet from the toolbox. Wait. So, Zax is the ghost. In other words, Zax dead. Zax ain't here no more. Zax passed away, right? Zax was a real person like Desmond and Andres, but now he's in the afterlife. Reincarnated eternal life, right? He in heaven with God, right? But he also is still here with Desmond and Zax, helping them out, talking to them, living everyday life, right? Zax was just living his own life. Zax was just living his regular life. Because guess what? Me and look, Andreas and Desmond, they just sitting there yapping. They just yapping about ghosts. And then guess what? Out of nowhere, Zax pops up. Zax walks through the wall doing his own thing because that's what he needed, because he walks in. Andreas, this is Zax talking. Andreas, I need a ratchet from the toolbox. Zax said that the ghost said this to them, right? To Andreas. Or to probably both of them. To Andreas, right? And then Andreas says, wait, Zax, because keep in mind, Zax just passing by. He's still living life. He just passing by. So he stops him. Wait, Zax, I got a question. Is it true that ghosts don't ride bikes? Since you here and I can add, hey, what's up, right? Zax replies, of course, ghosts don't ride bikes, buddy. Then he let out a hearty laugh because it was, you know? But then again, it's a question. And if it's something that you have, you know, like you need to figure it out, and if you're confused on it, and if you can ask that question, ask a question. It's a question. And you get an answer or you don't get an answer. But most of the time, you will get an answer. He goes, why? Oh, his laugh was almost as loud as his burps. Why not, I asked. Birds don't ride bikes, do they? That's really it. That's what he said. Because honestly, I'm sitting here thinking that he's about to go on a list, a list of things that he go, oh, birds don't ride bikes, fish don't ride bikes, pigs don't ride bikes. Even though I read it already and I know he didn't do that, but do birds ride bikes? No, honestly, think about it, because in this story, like the way that when we talk about how ghosts and spirits and stuff, because they can walk in and out of walls and stuff, and think about it also, realistically speaking, in life when it comes to flying. Wait a second. Because I'm not done. That's why. Because I'm not done. That's why. Okay. Zach's looked up from the toolbox. Right? Okay, well, no. So. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. So, birds don't ride bikes, do they? No. Because they can fly. Why would they need to ride a bike? Same thing with a ghost. If you think technically, why would you need to ride a bike? If you could just float through walls, float through everything, right? Then the bike can't go. The bike can't go into heaven, you know? Bike can't go. Just you, right? No, I said Desmond nodded. See, buddy? They ghosts don't ride bikes. See what I mean, Andres? Pretty much like I told you so. I told you so, right? To be honest, I was still confused. Zach's looked up from the toolbox. Why would ghosts ride bikes when we can float everywhere? He asked him. And this is now Andres' reply, right? Because riding a bike is awesome, I said. Duh. Speaking of awesome, I hear Kerrsville got a bike park. I heard the Kerrsville bike park got a crazy racetrack. Since it's like, you know, since hey, y'all, hey, since y'all talking about what's awesome, I know a place that got something. You know, I know an awesome place that got an awesome thing. We should go. Right? Desmond shrugged. There ain't gonna be no ghost there, so count me out. You have fun, though. You have fun. I'll see you when I see you, right? And I'll see you later. He waved goodbye, which just see you later always, because you'll always see him later until it is goodbye, which we're not even at the end of the story yet, so, right? But, and went next door into his own garage. So now Desmond at home, right? That's where he had the ghost patrol, the ghost, this is, so, once again, because now Desmond, where he disappeared to, because now where he spends his time, where did Desmond spend his time? In his house, in his garage by himself, with his ghosts and his spirit friends. So now Desmond goes back to his garage, and that's where he had kept his ghost patrol office. Where he sits there, and that's where he patrols that's his office, where he patrols all his ghosts, all his spirits, all his things, you know? As a joke, you know, joking with him is like, cause you know, but also real life things. Like this is something that he likes, that he enjoys. I guess Desmond liked ghosts as much as I like my bikes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I'm obsessed with bikes that much. What's wrong with him being obsessed with ghosts that much? Same difference, pretty much. Found it. This is Zach's now. Because remember, he got his ratchet. Remember? Andres asking for a tool. Zach's exclaimed. So pretty much screamed and like just, you know, I claimed like, hey, I got what you said I needed. I got what you asked for. Hello, right? Holding up the ratchet, and that's a big word, you know, but learn it. He closed the toolbox, and guess what Zach started to do now? Float towards the wall. But keep in mind, that ratchet can't go with him through that wall, right? He closed the toolbox and he floated straight toward the wall, and he almost made it through. But then he heard a loud, damn, you will. You hear, he walked up to the wall. That's what you hear. The ratchet dropped and smacked against the floor. I was mixing slapped and slammed and smacked. Smacked against the floor. Oh yeah, Zach said. I remember as he floated into the garage. I keep forgetting that not everything can go through walls. Can you carry this from me, Andres? And now Andres has to walk through the door or walk around, you know, do what he has to do. Now, this is now going towards the bike part. Honestly, how long this is? 31 minutes! What? What? It's a whole video! Okay. I kicked off my gear and took the tool. What are you doing with this anyways? Zax or no? Yeah, exactly. Because Zax, why do you need a ratchet? You're a ghost. You know? Common sense, you gotta quit. What's going on? You a ghost and clearly you can't even take it with you through walls. Why are you trying to take, where are you trying to go with this? Where are you going? What are you doing? Right? Zach smiled. It's a secret. It's a secret. A secret? I asked. Something told me I wasn't gonna like. This is funny. Something told me I wasn't gonna like ghost secrets. Now, in real life, a little bit, your walk with God, when you know God, just know everything that you got planned. You may think, you know, I'm excited. You know, you love it, and the things that you love and you don't love, right? But think about the things that He has for you that you may love or may not love. Not like that, but it's like a, you know, because He's gonna give it to you in both ways, whether you like it or not like it. But then eventually, you're gonna have to like it, because He wouldn't give it to you like, you know, like yeah, He's gonna give it to you to see how you are with it, to see type of thing. But in order to also keep it and keep going, how you gonna take care of it? Do you actually like it? Is it a secret that you really liked? Or you may be thinking, oh, this big secret, and now you may try to go out of your way, trying to, oh, what is this big secret, blah, blah, right? Right? And then watch. Now, some people, depending on the journey, or for everybody, you get to this secret, and it's something that you thought of what you know, excuse me, and you're like, I don't like that. I don't like that secret. I don't like that one. I don't want to talk to ghosts no more. Don't do that. Don't do it. That was a part of the secret. That was a part of the secret. You just have to now keep going. You have to keep going, because there's more secrets. Because just like you thought that one secret was a part of that, you know, it's a part of a bit even bigger secret. Right? Something told me I wasn't gonna like it, but I put it out of my mind because I had better things to do. I had to check out a bike park. Right? So I don't care about the secret, because I gotta take care of stuff. I got my life, which is also understandable sometimes too. But if you need to worry about that secret, you gotta, you know, go ahead. Now, when my parents decided to move to Caresville, they told me the town had a bike park close to our new house that made moving there a lot easier. The park turned out to be awesome. It had, like, in this case now you're thinking about it, okay, because now we moved, and it's pretty much almost like not out of my control, but out of my control. But now that I've moved, and I'm thinking, oh, like, you know, think about technically, this is a part of the secret. The awesome bike track that makes it easier. It makes moving a lot easier, because now moving was so bad. Moving was terrible. Oh, I didn't want to move because now, oh, it's scary. There's no bike park over there. I can't go ride my bike. I can't go jump in the air. I can't go do all of this. I can't go have fun. What? Nah, bro. I don't want, you know. But Zach told you there's a secret. There's a secret. And this is also why, when you go further back a little, that table, you were preparing that table for your food with your mom, but Zach's is also helping you prepare that table, your bike, the tool, the ratchet. You just don't know it yet, technically. And we're also not even, right? Trying to be awesome. It had a dirt racetrack with way too many jumps for me to count. Anxiety now. It's too much for me to even, I don't know where to start. I just know I want to start, but I don't know where, right? It's beautiful. It's ridiculous. There's so much, but I'm happy now. I'm happy. That's all that matters. That's the secret, right? I was prepared though. Preparation is key. Remember that table? The tape. That's one thing for like material wise though. What about you? Did you make sure you were fully ready to go on this jump? Go race on this bike track. All these jumps. If you ain't fully ready, get ready to take a spill, my boy. I was wearing my helmet, knee pads, elbow pads, and gloves, right? I rode over to the start of the track and waited behind the other group of kids that was already there. And then now the new kids, because now you are now the new kid. I am now the new kid, right? Hey, you're new here, said the boy in front of me. He pointed to the end of the track, giving you a warning. Whatever you do, don't ride that last jump. It's called the kicker. Nobody ever lands it. Nobody? I gulped. Nobody? Watch and learn, buddy boy, old pal. Watch and learn. And yeah, cause hold on, it's raining out today too. Hold on, cause it's pouring right now, and it's thunderstorm. Today's gonna be a good day. The calm before the storm. I was telling my cousin this the other day too. Now while she's over there, think about it. She should be thankful that she made it home when she made it home yesterday. Cause how she was complaining about the rain and the weather yesterday, if she was out driving today, she would have been losing her damn marbles. On top of that conversation that we had the other day, and the fact that she didn't eat. Come the fuck on now, buddy. Come the fuck on. That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna win, because the calm before the storm. It can't rain forever, but then again, it's gonna rain. Now, we go bike park, right? 2 minutes to count, and right, you're the new kid. Nobody's ever landed it. Watch and learn. A rider sped. So now I'm actively watching somebody, a girl, right? I'm actively watching a girl go down this last turn torch. Now she's going to the kicker. After somebody just told me, don't ride it, I'm sitting here watch. I am now a guy watching. A guy told another guy, don't touch that jump. But then 2 guys are sitting here, watch a girl hit that jump. Huh? So, she goes towards the kicker. Suddenly, her front tire lifted into a wheelie, and the girl, oh, this is the difference though. This is the difference between the two stories, is when she fell off of her bike in the jump, the bike kept going. The bike kept rolling. She stayed in place. So for the most part, she's kind of fine. The bike though, not so much. Or, you know, or so you may think, right? The girl got up, brushed herself off. That ain't nothing. Just a little, you know, simple. The kicker strikes again, the boy told me. See? Told you don't nobody land. But technically she landed. She didn't die, she's alive. She ain't like Zach's. And she got up, brushed it off. Hello, right? While I waited my turn, went out the other, another person wiped out. Another one. I mean, everybody fell. Back, to back, to back, to back, to back. One kid ended up going, and he did a backflip into the dirt. But guess what? Each time, he never landed. So he out there doing tricks because he ain't scared. He out there doing backflips, doing tricks, all this stuff. Hello, you know? But he's still falling, still taking tumbles, still getting hurt. But guess what? He's still getting back up and riding his bike again. And the bike's still going too. As long as the bike's still going, I'm going. But I'm gonna stop for it. I was nervous. I was a good bike rider, but I had never tried nothing like that before. And now that I